Hello everybody, I am Linkzilla and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Now when we last left off, we had just finished off beating the Fire Temple and we basically had gone around rounding up all the ghosts. Sorry about that again, but as you can see here, there was something that I forgot to do. Basically, I forgot to add in the Kojiro portion of the side quest, the trading quest, in order to basically trade the Kojiro for the odd mushroom and the medicine in order to save his life, but I ended up getting the poacher's saw from Fado anyway. Sorry that you guys missed out on that creepy lore-filled moment, but you guys are really interested in actually seeing it. You'll basically have to wait. You can either check out my version of it that made it to the audio drama, or you can basically wait for the Master Quest version. I cannot speak. I cannot speak for the life of me. Should take me all the way to the bridge. It's snowing. It's snowing! There's still left. Now if I could just get in there before daylight. This really is an incredible sight. I want you guys to pay attention to this, though. Just watch. I shot him. He's clearly dead, but watch. And in order to cut down on a whole lot of time, I'm actually going to use this blue fire that I bought in order to basically jump ahead a little bit. Yeah, you cool off for a little bit, buddy. Right, so I'm gonna go over here. So be very careful, because it's kind of slippery. And you hear that? He has already come back to life. I let him out of my sight for just a few brief moments. That should be everyone in Zora's domain, I think. Nope, there's still one. At least one back there in Zora's Fountain, which I won't be able to get to until I get the silver gauntlets. Oh yeah. Oh, I've come back to life! Was it you who saved me? Don't be nervous. Looks like you have a hard time breathing underwater. Gee, how could you tell? As an expression of my gratitude, I grant you this tunic. With this, you won't choke underwater. Da-da-da-da. Adult size diving suit. That's better than having to spend 3,300 rupees on it. Right. Now to do a portion of the game that's so crucial to the plot, I usually forget that it's even in the game. Get up on the ice, Link. This is a freezing lake you're walking in, that you're falling into. Ooh, I've collected 3. That means I'll have 14 by the time I leave the ice cave. Man, all this ice and whatnot, shouldn't be doing this. Should get people who climb ice to do on this. Ice climbers, you might say. I could swear that this cave isn't here when you're a kid. Of course, I've never actually looked. But it just seems like something that Ganondorf would do in order to wake the curse. You have to blast the cave open and release the Arctic wind. You know, I bet that basically like being in a cave with all this ice flowing around actually makes it colder. Hey. Big Fairy. You can't catch those in bottles, believe me, I've tried. But, in addition to restoring your health, they also restore your magic. And all I had to do was make it rain on the inside. Rain must be hot, considering that the water isn't freezing just by being in here. Just imagine if you created a hailstorm or a snowstorm by using that song in here. The first official Silver Rupee puzzle. Now I know technically I've seen the one at the bottom of the well, but I circumvented that. Holy crap, this place actually does have a map. Yep, this is the way I came. Ah, so these are the impenetrable ones, eh? Obligatory I was frozen today reference. Por supuesto. Not this time. What the? I know that it's Ice Link, but why the hell aren't you grabbing it? There has to be more than one of those. This blue fire doesn't seem natural. Nah, it's just propane. Or maybe it's alcohol. So I can use it here. There's a purple rupee in that jar. Normally I don't do this. Just so it doesn't fall. Por supuesto. Hopefully I'll have enough time. Por supuesto. Two of them should be enough. Dang it, almost made it. Yes. That's two. There's no kill quite like overkill. compass. Yep, that's 14. So counting the 3 bosses that I have left, that's 3 heart containers. So, basically, a total of 12 heart pieces left. Hey! There it is. Holy... And that should be all of them. Yep. Yep. I'm just glad that red ice doesn't freeze you if you touch it. Well, looks like I have no choice at this point. Off with you! And one conveniently rises from the ground. You get about 5 rupees for each silver one. Whoa. good thing that this fire is perpetually burning with magic. Otherwise, like, being trapped in a non-oxygenated bottle, literally speaking, like, it would just burn through its own source of fuel. Oh my god. Hopefully you can grab it and pull it. Be number one with a bullet. I don't know the lyrics, just cock it and pull it. I could have made that jump. Dang it. Keep screwing up this puzzle. I could jump that far. Okay, I can clearly jump that far, but Link clearly doesn't have the nous to grab the ledge! Thank you! Wonder if I could sell this leftover blue fire that I've got. Granted, I think that basically having one bottle left over for fairies is good enough, so... Huh, that was easy. So heavy you can't run, so heavy you can't float. Yet, these things are the bane of so many players' existence. And all I have to say to that is, people who play this game are morons. We meet again, Link. You know, I have the slightest suspicion that you might be stalking me. If you came here to meet the Zoras, you wasted your time. This is all there is. With one exception, the Zoras are now sealed under this thick ice sheet. I managed to rescue the Zora princess from under the ice, but she left to head for the water temple. I know where that is! This ice is created by an evil curse. The monster in the water temple is the source of the curse. Unless you shut off the source, this ice will never melt. Technically, if you have courage enough to confront the danger and save the Zoras, I will teach you the melody that leads to the temple. Time passes, people move. Like a river's flow, it never ends. A childish mind will turn into noble ambition. Young love will become deep affection. The clear water surface reflects growth. Suddenly, I'm thinking about Zelda. Wonder why that is. Now, listen to the serenade of water to reflect upon yourself. No, I haven't been practicing. Never had one lesson. You have learned the serenade of water. Link, I'll see you again. Hold on, Sheik. Like last time, I friggin' want some answers, and you're not going anywhere until I get them. Hey, come back here! Getting tired of this ninja bullshit. Thank you, Nav. Thunderstorm. Yep, I've cleared out every inch of this place. Usually I'd be going into the next temple with a golden scale, but I don't want to subject you guys to that. Well, let's find out if that tunic that I thought him out for is worth the price I paid. Got a piece of heart. Collect 4 pieces in total to get another piece of heart. Yay! Well, I'm pretty low on arrows. Well, halfway done on arrows, but I know where I'm going. I'm going to get a whole lot more, so... Alrighty, here we are. We're about to go into the most infamous temple of this game. And by infamous, I of course mean overhated. Seriously. So many people just don't get this temple. So many people complain about the friggin' iron boots. Why aren't the boots a C item? Well, I've basically gone over this like in the audio drama thing, so you guys know my sentiments, and they're 100% genuine. I legitimately think that this temple is overhated, and it's actually quite fun once you realize what you're doing, because each temple had its own unique mechanic. The first one, it was the Ghost Sisters. With the Fire Temple, it was basically like freeing the Gorons. This one is levels. I'd say that the most annoying thing about this is having to come back to this main chamber over and over and over again, and each time the blue Tektites keep respawning. But the best part about it is, I have such a good memory that I know exactly what to do. And for the most part, I'm going to be leaving the screen on the equipment item so that I can basically equip and de-equip the friggin' iron boots whenever I friggin' need to. You know, I wonder, I've never actually seen this cutscene with me basically just swimming, so I wonder how Link's gonna react to being in the ceiling when he reunites with his fiancée. I do like those earrings, though. Oh, you. If I'm right, Link? You're Link, aren't you? It's me, your fiancée, Ruto, Princess of the Zoras. I never forgot the vows we made to each other 7 years ago. The thing about it is, Link is supposed to give a shocked expression at seeing her. Yeah, I'd probably give a shocked expression too, seeing her naked as she is. Yeah, thanks a lot, 3DS Remake, for having to ruin that. You're a terrible man to have kept me waiting for these 7 long years, and now after all this time, I don't even think you're paying attention to me. But now is not the time to talk about love. I'm sure you've already seen it. Zora's domain, totally frozen. A young man named Sheik saved me from under the ice. But my father and the other Zoras have not yet. I want to save them all. I want to save Zora's domain. You have to help me. This is a request from me, the woman who's going to be your wife. She's really hung up about that, isn't she? Link, you have to help me destroy the evil monster in the temple, okay? Inside the water temple, there are 3 places where you can change the water's level. I'll lead the way. Follow me, quickly. You see, this is what I like about both the water temple and the fire temple. You actually run into the person connected to the temple who ends up becoming the sage, and holy crap, I think that basically because of that glitch, I was able to basically keep my eyes on her. I just wish... I saw her shadow going up too, I just wish I'd been able to see it. But seriously, where does she go? There was no other place for her to go. Right, time to get me some arrows and a map. Oh, this is the wrong room. Oh, bombs. I'll take it. Dang it. I just realized I'm all out of water. Irony. I'm just gonna grab the water bottle, have it close by real quick. Friggin' have 2-liter bottles of water that basically I keep in my mini fridge right next to me, but I just need to remember to friggin' have that damn water jug of mine close by. You know, basically the last time I played this, the torch was glitching out. Basically, like, I kept shooting it directly through the flame, but the other torches wouldn't catch fire. This is the room that I'm looking for. Muscles. Shell blade. Fried oyster skins. Oh. Seems a bit on the puny side, don't you think? Got first key. Time to go get me some Skeletolos. The thing about it is, when you play this temple, you have to remember to come back here. Like, it's easy to get distracted because you think you want to basically keep going forward, but you gotta come back here. It's important. It's really important. The first thing I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna use that key, go in here, and I'm going to cast Faeror's Wind. This will be the first of I think, about 4 times that I'm going to do it in this room. Maybe 3. Next, I'm gonna come... Where's... There's... Let's see. Yeah, the one to the top is the one that I can't go to yet, so... Yep. I gotta remember to use Faeror's Wind in that one. Gonna push this. I really hope this isn't the one where I can't get to. I'm pretty sure that it isn't. Man, I really hope this silver scale takes me down low enough. Because there are some portions of this game where you don't even need to use the boots. This is actually one portion of this temple that I don't care for, because I keep looking for like a way to get like the most clean and concise way to get through this temple, and this portion right here is always the most obtrusive offender, because literally speaking, the path that you have to take through the temple takes you back to this room. But unfortunately, you can't get to that path without going to this room first, the Dragon's Whirlpool. I gotta admit, though, I really like the aesthetic design of this temple. Like the game designers really knew what they were doing. Especially with all the dragon heads. Good, I can see it. Boots off. You know, I really am wondering right now just how in the heck does Link actually manage to, well, when he takes off the boots, where do they friggin' go? I mean, he'd have to physically still be holding on to the boots in order for them to, you know... If he was still holding on to them, they'd still drag him down. Now, we return to the warp point, saving precious moments, make another warp point. Now I'm gonna get me a Skulltula. Need bombs. Lamp oil. Rope. Bombs. You want it? It's yours, my friend. As long as you have enough rubies. Let's see, can I make it? Dive, Mr. Link, dive! Yes, I made it. I think that should be the deepest dive that I have to make, and I can make it in just 5. Like I said, Dragon Head aesthetic. I love it. Right. Faeror's Wind is basically your own personal tether system. 1, 2, 3, hit it! Let's see. Yep, been through all the corridors. Yep. Now there's one last thing to do while on this level. Hopefully I make it this time. Gotcha, yes. This is probably one of the most important moments of the entire dungeon that people easily forget about. But the thing about it is, if I was designing this level, this is exactly what I would do to hide a key. It's clever as hell, don't you think? See? No, I said dive. Dive, dive, dive. Wait, I need the boots. I'm just not a fan of having to take on all these guys with friggin' hook shot. See? Never get perfect enough record. I honestly think that on this temple might be the one where I'd make great time. See? Now, tether. Toing! Let's see, that's a total of 3, right? I guess it is 4. Because I have to come back in here at least one more time. Boom! One more time. I'm back with a new rhyme. Here we go again. Turn up, my friend. No! We don't stop. We rock this spot. No! We don't quit. Get ready, all. This is it. And now, I gotta basically work towards bringing the temple all the way back up. Let's see, which room was the one where I met Rudo in? East. Okay, so that's the door I just came out of, and that's south. So, dive, dive, dive. Remember what I said about having to go back to that room? Okay, so I was wrong. That's not east. I guess it was west. Oh, east? I thought you said west. No, this is south. This is south, so it is east. I was just in the west. Because I'm a dumb doofy doof. Big dumb doofy doof. And here I am lecturing to you guys on how you should play this temple. Always remember to come back for this room, because you can basically get on ahead, and you have basically like a huge head start when finally you get to a door, and that's locked, and you realize you don't have any more keys. Or maybe you crouch too close to an explosion. Alright, now I have to go back up to the second level. There's really only one thing that I kind of don't like here, is that you can't do anything about this just yet, so that's the reason why you have to drain the temple yet again, so... But the thing about it is, if you're smart and you know what you're doing, you shouldn't have to drain the temple more than once. You should only be at every single station twice. Okay, I meant to say that you should, if you know what you're doing, you shouldn't have to raise or lower each individual level more than twice. You thought that the ones in the fire temple were bad? Check out how fast this is. Oh, alright. You want to play dumbass? Alright. It was already on its last seconds by the time the animation was finished. Please, let me have some magic. No dice. But it's okay, because I know exactly where I'm going to get some magic. So I hope that you have some magic. You know, I'm just now realizing that... Wait. Do you really... I don't think you really even need to be on this level in order to activate that room. You just need to basically swim in here. Oh, jeez. Well, that's another secret that I, of course, just didn't know. Right. Well, let's get all the way back up. Don't... Wait for him to come down. Ah, I was hoping you'd drop in. Elevator going up. Where's this water go? It goes up. Alrighty. Right, and now, use Pharaoh's Wind. If only you could use your Ocarina underwater, but then again, sound. That makes no sense. Usually you're supposed to wait for the long shot to do this, but screw it, I'm doing it now. Then... I know what I am doing. I am an expert at this temple. And if you guys think that I'm being pretentious and pedantic right now, just wait till we get in Majora's Mask. Great Bay. It's amazing that a door can work underwater. Oh, dang it, I fell for it again. That's the entrance. I cannot believe that I literally told myself to not go, when you're on the top level, do not go to the southern corridor. But I thought I was heading towards the eastern one. I'm pretty sure I can push blocks underwater. Works for me. Right. Now to head on to the main portion of the dungeon. And I gotta tell you guys that basically, at this point, this dungeon is 60% finished. Maybe 50. I'm an optimist. You're an idiot. You're both wrong. You're dead. That guy, however, well, no, I cannot get, so he'll be, well, so I'll have to wait when it comes to him. And now, we're here at the Dragon's Head room. This is actually a pretty clever puzzle, and I greatly enjoy it. Especially love it when I basically prevent the tech types from getting to me. Physics? What's that? I'm so glad you guys could see that. I love it when basically I can force the game to glitch. In fact, the last time I ended up playing this was basically like, it wasn't to get footage, but basically there was this amusing little thing that I did when I was fighting the boss of this dungeon, where basically I accidentally died right when its water tentacle touched me. So basically, like, as it was doing the animation to wrap around me, the fairy revived me and brought me back to health. So I was standing in the default standing position as the tentacle wrapped around me and threw me all over the room. Fortunately, I didn't receive any damage from that because, well, I had just been healed or something. I just wish I could have been recording that. Right, give me some magic. Not the slug, though. I want money. This. Magic. You know what? I'll just do it like I'm supposed to do it. I'll keep this handy, too. Here's the main attraction of this temple. What, you think that was the boss, Morpha? Nah, people hate her for some reason. Nope. The real main attraction of this temple is Dark Link. This is honestly one of my favorite mini-bosses of all time because it's actually quite difficult. Dark Link, conquer yourself. But I've got the giant's knife. Right. I've got the Megaton hammer. Seriously, I didn't expect it to break that soon. But I did use Rumble's Vagi, and I did accidentally hit it once. But I'm not going to cheese him with the Megaton hammer because I basically find that there's a better way of dealing with him. Just leave L targeting completely off. And I turned off the map because I'm gonna probably use this as better footage for like later on. But if I want to use it as better footage for later on, then probably shouldn't be wearing it. You see, basically, if you leave L targeting off, you can continue like pressing forward as you slash. Now usually, if you do that, you jab forward and he backflips onto your sword, so... But I find it's easier to basically penetrate his defenses by doing this, because you're constantly advancing on it. Skills have got Titan Giddy. And I like as the battle goes on, he becomes more and more solid. Ah! Defeated. No problem. Now, uno, dos, tres, hit it! Jesus, it's really rumbling out there. Dang it, the hour is almost up and I'm still not done. But I'm still making good time. Yep, the long shot. Basically, for those of you who are interested, in my dramatization, I basically have added in kind of like an impromptu kind of story arc for the character of Dampé. It's not really going to pan out all that much in Ocarina of Time, but the holes are going to be filled in if we ever decide to cover Majora's Mask. You see, the thing about it is that in my canon, the hookshot that Dampé had was one of his own design, based off of not just memory, but information that he'd gotten from, like, basically inquiring the Zoras and whatnot. So, the reason for why that is because he encountered a very similar item in a far-off land that actually managed to give him a bit of courage. So, he basically decided that in order to pretty much inspire him to continue to be brave in the face of danger, he would make himself one. The only problem is it was rather shoddily designed and had like a very short chain. The Zora Masters, however, had a genuine long shot hidden somewhere in this temple. So why am I going to such... Holy shit, I forgot I'm on the wrong platform. I was wondering why it was going deeper than it was supposed to. Right, this should make 4, so that means 1 spider left. You see, that's why I have the warp point, because it's easier to just warp back to this room than warp back to that room and then have to do that friggin' climbing puzzle all over again. Might as well equip the arrows, too. Into the hole. The Serpent's Pass. This must be where all the water from Lake Hylia is being drawn in. There goes the timer. Oh wait, it really was 3. I was wondering if it was 3 or 4, but turns out that it was just 3. This is 4. Okay, why didn't my hookshot work? There it is. Now ordinarily, I would go over to that island and get like the stray fairy that's in there. Oh, no, 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 no! Not Swim, Link. Good boy. And get the fairy that's in there just to replenish me after that Dark Link fight, but instead... I'll just hook up there. You know what's actually interesting about the Dark Link fight? Apparently, he has as many health points as you do when you get in there. So, technically speaking, for the right person to basically, like, speed play through this with only, like, 3 hearts, you can basically defeat Dark Link with just 2 or 3 slashes. Another key. And, like I said, the Serpent's Pass has brought us all the way back here to the Dragon's Vortex. Now we have to go back to the main chamber, where I have to readjust, I have to drain the entire temple yet again in order to raise the level back to the medium. Why do I need to do that? Well, you'll find out. Well, you remember that little corridor with the golden eye beneath it? We finally get to do that now that we have the long shot. Yeah, that sounds like a long shot, doesn't it? But it's the only shot we've got. Just wish that you could basically tap the B button and cause Link to move faster when he does this. Then again, if you didn't originally come here the first time, you'd basically have no way of actually getting out, considering that that boulder would be in the way. The block, boulder, whatever. Okay, so heading on over to the east. Yeah, it would be great if you could shoot your arrows underwater, but that wouldn't make any sense either now, would it? What do you think this is, Wonderland? Things have to make sense here. It's a law. In the land of Hyrule, people are banished for when their ideas don't make any sense. Although, I really do wonder. No, I'd still have to drain it anyway. Anyway, I now have to get the penultimate key. And I think that for the sake of basically, like, keeping everything moving, I am now going to use Farore's Wind one last time. I'm going to use it outside this door. Uno, dos, tres, hit it! Me and my brother used to do that all the time when we were kids. No idea why. And we grew up in a partially Hispanic household. Let him come down. Believe me, you don't want to try to ignore him. Right? This is going to require a lot of tight movement. Here! And unfortunately, I can't go back out that way. I really do wish Navi would just let you use the Scarecrow song. See, she even goes over there to indicate that that's where it needs to be. Though I do wonder. Well, it either works and I look like a jackass, or it either doesn't work and, well, at least I'll be satisfied that I tried. It didn't work, so... Right, now that everything is back to where it needs to be, I need to go down. But first... I want to do one last brief musical interlude, because I like the tune. Bum, 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 bum. Anyway, now I can finally head for the North Corridor. Dive, dive, dive! Lieutenant, take us down. Diving officer, submerge the ship. Dive, dive, dive! Ed, what did you do? Let's see, I already cast Faeror's Wind, right? Yeah, you guys saw me do that, right? Right? Might as well check. I mean, I won't need to use my Ocarina again. Yeah, I always leave the Ocarina on the center one, because that basically allows you to basically hit Z with a GameCube controller. And here we are. Now I've cleared the path. Swim, Charlie! Swim! Charlie, take my word for it. Don't look back. Swim, Charlie! Swim! Come on. There we go. And this puzzle. You know what? Basically just gonna throw a bomb down there from this vantage point. Hopefully it'll work. Yep. And then I can jump down here. Speedrunning tactics. Friggin' manta rays jumping out of the water and flying onto the ground. There's one down there. Oh, another one. Man, fish and game are gonna be on my ass. Oh, come on. Arrow fishing is a totally valid form of fishing. Ba-bomb. The only problem that I have with this block puzzle is that it has a little bit of back and forth problem. It would be one thing if you could basically just pull this all the way off, but that wouldn't make any sense. Unless the floor over the gap was made of glass and it couldn't handle the weight of the block. Anyway, this one really reminds me of that scene from Toy Story. Alright. Buzz, hey, I'm out! Almost there! All that just to fill up this room with water. All that. Great. This again. I have terrible aim. And yet, I basically managed to beat the shooting gallery in one go. But, basically speaking, once I get to the other shooting gallery challenge, that record is not going to look all that impressive, because I'm basically going to lose my shirt on that. And this makes 5. Now, basically get over there. This is the final key to this dungeon. I don't have time for you muzzles. Just gonna take a quick drink. Huh. Fairy. Didn't expect those until later. Oh well, might as well bottle them up. You're gonna save my life, little guy. Kinda like your friend here, if he comes out of the wall. There you are. No, I don't think that they give their life force to you. I think that they magically heal you before disappearing. You want to know why? Because if you leave them alone for long enough, they will disappear. They just fucking disappear. You guys see the genius of my skill at this level, at this temple yet? Faeror's Wind! You gotta love it! In a temple devoted entirely to water, it's the wind that triumphs. Horns or hair or fin or feather, I control the wind and weather. We can rule the world together if you come with me. Hey, guess what? The water temple is 99% completed, because the only thing left is through this door. Oh, dang it. Here we go. Morpha. Link, look out! This isn't normal water over there. The thing about it is, I have no idea why people hate this boss. It can be a bit tedious and a bit long, but for the graphics on display here, this is technically impressive. Very impressive. Then again, I haven't seen what it looks like on the 3DS, so it probably looks like garbage, butchered garbage. But that transition there was excellent. You leave the surface, and yet you haven't left the water. The camera, I mean. And besides, you guys hate the water temple so much, what better boss to fight than a literal physical representation of the element that you guys can't stand? But considering the fact that I basically have gotten to this temple in about like the last 40 minutes. Sometimes Morphle will just come to you. This is the most time she's ever done it with me. Yet now it's extending its mastery of water to be all over this pool. Usually I fight on the edge, but I realized like the last time I played this that staying in the center is actually better. You basically, it lessens the risk of basically getting hit by the spikes on the sides, and you can basically like position Morphle exactly where you need it to be. Uh-oh. That was too close. Too close. A little too close. I thought the battle was going to take place far from here. This is too close. Uh-oh. You see, if you get in the water, Morphle will, like, come over and try to attack you. See? Ah! And apparently Morphle can go through. It's weird. I've never seen it stay put in one place for so long. Did it glitch? You see, unlike Baronade, this thing actually is an amoeba. So Morphle is just like one single gigantic cell, kind of like a... Is a sea sponge just one giant cell? I don't know. I do admit that it is kind of weird that the water makes a noise when it tries to reach out at you. And yes, for those of you who are curious, I am in fact hurting. She got me! Yes! Finished! And I didn't die. And now, water is draining. That makes 15. Let's get out of here. Well, this is another bottle for the refill. Link. You know, I'm kind of glad that the other 3 sages aren't here because I feel like this might be an awkward situation. I would have expected no less from the man I chose to be my husband. Zora's domain and its people will eventually return to their original state. As a reward, I grant my eternal love to you. The dumbfounded look on Link's face. Well, that's what I want to say, but I don't think I can offer that now. Well, it's more like the flinch that he gave. I have to guard the water temple as the Sage of Water. And you're searching for the Princess Zelda. Ha! You can't hide anything from me. You see, this is why I think that Ruto is really just teasing him when it comes to everything. Princess Zelda, she's alive. I can sense it, so don't be discouraged. Wait, how exactly would you know? Don't you know? All princesses know each other. We kind of exist on the same wavelength, like those 7 that basically need to have their hearts stolen in order to unlock some kind of keyhole or something. We can sense that shit going on. I can tell that nothing will stop you in your quest for justice and peace. Vengeance! You must take this medallion. Take it respectfully. Awesome! Blueberry flavored. With a little bit of minty freshness. Cool, refreshing. You receive the water medallion. Ruto awakens as a sage and adds her spirit to yours. Adds her power to yours, whatever. If you see Sheik, please give him my thanks, okay? P.S. Don't tell my father. I love this cutscene. As the water rises, the evil is vanishing from the lake. Link, you did it. Sheik! What's up? Did Ruto want to thank me? I see. We have to return peace to Hyrule for her sake too, don't we? Look at that, Link. Together, you and Princess Ruto destroyed the evil monster. Once again, the lake is filled with pure water. All is as it was here. Where's Epona? I left her right there. So, Sheik, do you know anything about Princess Zelda? I know she's alive somewhere. Can't wait to see her again. Sheik? Sheik? Where did he go? I honestly don't know what I was expecting, but he's up on the tree. Though, honestly, where could he have gone after that? Anyway, that's the water temple completed, but I'm not done yet. There's one last thing I have to do, and I only have a short amount of time to do it. An arrow blazing in the sun's light. The fire arrow. You don't really need it at all during the game, but it's a cool item to have. And it basically becomes essential in a later entry. Where is Epona? I left her right there. You guys saw her when I worked to the lake. I think I need to accept the fact that someone stole my horse. Someone jacked my horse. You know, there is something that I can do. There isn't really any point to this, but big claw marks. Jurassic Park 3. I like to think that, well, Kabora Gabora made those claw marks. I mean, granted, I don't like to think that because it's kind of boring, but it's the most plausible excuse. He's the only thing big enough that could. Okay, I know that I can get up there. Oh, that's cool. I forgot to check the map. I forgot to point out to you guys that while Lake Hylia was drained, basically, like, there was this... You could basically, like, see that darkened portion that makes on the map. It basically represents the water. It was basically... The only darkened portion was basically the little pool collected at the bottom. And, well, I made it up there, so that's all there is. That out there is the key to the temple that I had to strike in order to make it open. It was surprisingly back inside when the cutscene started. But anyways, time for me to go collect my treasure. Anyways, fire arrows. It's a real shame because I basically, like, used a little bit of trickery to manipulate the footage seen in my, dramatization of this portion of the game where the fire arrows could now be used to melt Zora's domain, but that's not actually a part of the game, so... It just feels like it would have been more prudent to actually do that. So, anyways, that is the hardest temple in Ocarina of Time completed, and I did it just like that. Snap my fingers. I didn't even need a friggin' fairy. So... Anyways, hope this teaches you guys a little bit of a lesson about basically parroting internet rhetoric, because that temple is not all that hard. You just gotta keep a clear mind and basically focus on what you're doing and make sure you do everything you need to before heading on. It's easy to get sidetracked, it's easy to, like, get distracted, thinking, gotta keep going forward, gotta keep. You gotta slow down, you gotta take a step back, and take a look at things. Capiche? But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. That was the Water Temple completed. On the next episode, we're actually not going to Kakariko to get started on the Shadow Temple yet, even though that is probably going to be one of the shorter episodes since I can devote the entirety to the temple in and of itself. But instead, we are going to do something a bit familiar. It's been a few episodes since we last did this, and I feel like it's an appropriate time. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a comment on the comment section below. Share, like, and share with your friends. You want to keep up to date with a continuation of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time coming your way in the future, then be sure to smash that subscribe button like you're smashing Dark Link with a Megaton hammer. And ring that little bell for notifications. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next video. Later. Dang it, I should have said smashing the expectations of people who hate